Girls are fighting again. Okay, not the girls. So, Carlos King, former producer of Real Housewives and now the producer of Love and Marriage franchise on OWN, is slamming the Real Housewives of Dubai, calling them fake.
I like to say the Real Housewives of bye-bye. Because for me, those women studied every single housewife. And it's hard for me to get into them. Because I don't think they're being themselves. What do y'all think?
Okay, I've only seen maybe 1.5 episodes. The only thing that stands out to me is the model girl.
Same.
Right, but I think he's talking about her. I feel like
but I feel like
Chanel.
Yes.
She's the main
but I feel
one.
like she's at least entertaining to watch. The others is like paint drying, right? So she keeps me. I'm looking for her for the next scene. So I will give her that.
Y'all, we about to be clips. They gonna clip this up. Oh.
Happy Sunday, Raindrops. The word of the day is stop living in the past. The past is in the rearview mirror of your life. If you look at where you want to go, look at the windshield.
Listen, everybody, behind me is Carlos King, okay? A producer of reality TV on the OWN network. And the fans are pissed with him. I mean pissed, okay? They started a petition. They want him removed from his duties over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, you know what? I'm not one for the cancel culture. And I don't think that toxic reality TV started and nor will it end with Carlos King. But what are your feelings? Do you think that Carlos King should be canceled? Do you think he should be removed from producing Love and Marriage Huntsville? Do you think all the toxic behavior that we see on that show starts, ends, and begins with Carlos King? Let me know your thoughts, everybody. Cancel or not cancel Carlos King?
A lot of stuff, and I ain't happy about none of it. I'm trying to figure out what the going on anyway. I mean, she had no business goddamn putting her hands on you.
I mean, that's my thing. You gonna act like this in front of your daughter, Sanjay?
Sanjay acting more like the adult. That's the way she's supposed to.
Ooh, you won't believe the mess Carlos King is wrapped up in right now. This man has made a name for himself with shows like Bell Collective, known for all the drama and juicy plot twists he's thrown on our screens. But now, it looks like Carlos is starring in a drama of his own. And honey, this one ain't scripted. He's facing a real-life legal battle with Sogucci Williams, one of the breakout stars of the show. So what in the world went down? Well, word on the street is that Sogucci started spilling some tea about Carlos and how he's been running things behind the scenes, and it was anything but flattering. From shady rumors about manipulation to some serious allegations that could tarnish Carlos's name, the tension between these two has been building for a minute. Now, Carlos is clapping back with a lawsuit, and baby, the details are wilder than you think. So, how did we get to this point? Let's take it back and break down how this whole drama started, because trust me, it's about to get real messy.
A lot of people that want to keep it a buck, we're going to keep it a buck.
Okay.
My office used to be above Credit One. And
I thought you were a nurse.
No parties. However, him,
Do you need the office as a nurse?
The Dark, Marcel.
Where's Martha laughing?
They would hang out. Part of the reason even they wanted black was they wanted a place where they could go and hang out.
And do what?
Like, listen to
Carlos.
music, drink, play cards.
So Kimmy, I'm gonna say this to you.
Oh, Carlos.
Maybe a gay man. I can assure you, no man is hanging out after hours listening to Beyonce Renaissance.
No, I don't think they were
in the morning.
I don't think they were. No.
Okay, listen up, because Carlos King ain't just a reality TV producer. He's the undisputed king of the game. He kicked off his career on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, where he quickly became known for creating jaw-dropping storylines and moments that had us all glued to our screens, clutching our pearls. Carlos knows how to stir the pot, and he's turned that talent into a full-blown empire. From RHOA to Bell Collective, he's been behind some of the biggest hits in reality TV. For fans, Carlos's name is practically a guarantee for drama. On Bell Collective, he introduced us to a crew of bold, bossed-up women in Mississippi, giving us a front-row seat to their business moves, personal struggles, and yes, all the chaos that comes with it. People can't stop talking about how he brings these real-life issues to the screen and makes them pop. But as with any success story, not everyone's cheering him on. Some cast members have been calling out Carlos for pushing boundaries a little too far, and baby, the drama behind the scenes? Oh, it's just as intense as what we see on TV.
A lot of stuff, and I ain't happy about none of it. I'm trying to figure out what the going on anyway. I mean, she had no business goddamn putting her hands on you.
I mean, that's my thing. You gonna act like this in front of your daughter, Sanjay?
Sanjay acting more like the adult. That's the way she's supposed to.
Now here comes Suuchi Williams, who came in hot as a fan favorite on Bell Collective. But baby, she didn't come to play. She came to spill the tea. Things took a turn when Sogucci started airing some serious grievances about Carlos. According to her, while filming the show, she felt like a pawn in a game she didn't sign up for, particularly when it came to her messy feud with Selena Johnson. That drama might have had everyone tuned in, but Sogucci felt like it came at a major personal cost. She claims Carlos and the production team were all about leaning into her beef with Selena to boost ratings, and she was left feeling unprotected and emotionally drained. Sogucci said they didn't care about her mental health. They were more concerned with keeping the cameras rolling and feeding the chaos. And baby, those accusations weren't just a bad look for Carlos. They opened up a whole can of worms about how producers really treat their cast off camera. But the real fireworks went down during an infamous interview between Carlos and Sogucci. Oh, trust. This moment was a mess. Fans still remember the awkwardness as Sogucci laid it all out for Carlos. She didn't hold back, calling him out for betraying her and accusing him of putting drama before her well-being. She said she trusted him to tell her story, but instead, he pushed her into emotional turmoil for the sake of a good storyline. The tension was thick, and honey, the receipts were dropped all over that interview. Now let me tell you, one of the most unforgettable moments from that interview was when Sogucci really opened up about her experience during that infamous Selena Johnson feud. While it was messy on screen, Sogucci revealed that behind the scenes, it was a whole different story. She got real about how painful it was for her, feeling completely blindsided by how the whole thing was edited and portrayed. She even questioned if all the drama was worth it, especially given the mental and emotional toll it took on her. Carlos was sitting there, using the interview to defend his production style and how he handles the storylines. But Sogucci's raw honesty hit different. Fans were feeling her, and they didn't hold back on social media. Support poured in, with many people backing Sogucci for speaking her truth. But of course, you know how it goes. Others started dragging her, accusing her of trying to ruin Carlos's reputation just to stay relevant. One commenter said that Sogucci was just mad because she didn't get the edit she wanted, and was now throwing Carlos under the bus. Tiled, the internet was on fire with opinions from every angle. Carlos King is the GOAT of reality TV, but this move feels like damage control. If Sogucci's claims are true, it's going to tarnish his legacy, lawsuit or not. Another one added, Sogucci is brave for speaking out, but I wonder if she has receipts to back it up. Without solid proof, this might just backfire on her. Baby, no matter which side folks were riding with, one thing was crystal clear. This wasn't just a little behind-the-scenes spat between a producer and a cast member. This was a full-blown feud. The tension between Carlos and Sogucci hit its boiling point in that interview. But what went down after that? Oh, honey, it left fans absolutely shook. You thought that was the climax? Nah, the real drama was just getting started, and trust, nobody saw it coming.
Girls are fighting again. Okay, not the girls. So, Carlos King, former producer of Real Housewives, and now the producer of Love and Marriage franchise on OWN, is slamming the Real Housewives of Dubai, calling them fake.
I like to say the Real Housewives of bye-bye. Because for me, those women studied every single housewife. And it's hard for me to get into them because I don't think they're being themselves. What do y'all think?
Okay, I've only seen one, maybe 1.5 episodes. The only thing that stands out to me is the model girl.
Same.
Right, but I think he's talking about her. I feel like
but I feel like
Chanel.
Yes.
She's the main
but I feel
one.
like she's at least entertaining to watch. The others is like paint drying, right? So she keeps me. I'm looking for her for the next scene. So I will give her that.
Y'all, we about to be clips. They gonna clip this up. Oh.
When Carlos King pulled the trigger and decided to sue Suuchi Williams, baby, it was like dropping a bomb in the reality TV world. Carlos is known for running the show behind the scenes, so it's rare that he's the one in the hot seat. But this lawsuit? Oh, it's flipping the script in the most dramatic way. Word on the street is that Carlos is coming for Sogucci with 2 heavy-hitting claims, defamation and possibly breach of contract. The defamation part comes from Soguchi's public allegations, where she painted Carlos as a ratings-obsessed producer who doesn't care about the mental well-being of his cast. And Carlos's legal team is not playing. They say those statements have seriously damaged his rep, not just as the mastermind behind Bell Collective, but as a big dog in the whole reality TV game. As for the breach of contract, that could be the icing on the cake if Noguchi spilled any tea that went against those strict confidentiality agreements most reality stars have to sign. These contracts usually have clauses that keep cast members from talking behind the scenes or throwing shade at the showrunner or network. If Noguchi violated that, this lawsuit could be Carlos's way of sending a message loud and clear, not just to her, but to any other cast member thinking about airing their grievances publicly. For Carlos, this lawsuit ain't just about clearing his name. It's about protecting that reality TV empire of his. With several hit shows on his roster and new projects in the works, Any damage to his brand could have major long-term fallout, but it's risky. Going after a cast member, especially one as vocal as Sogucci, means he's opening himself up to even more public scrutiny and media fire. And you already know the gossip's about to hit a whole new level. Now, for Sogucci, this lawsuit has put her in a tight spot, honey. Going toe-to-toe with someone like Carlos King, who's got the resources and legal firepower to back up his claims, ain't no small feat. But for Sogucci, it could be her moment to go all in on her story and really expose the alleged mistreatment she's been through. Whether she decides to settle, countersue, or take it all the way to court, the stakes are sky high, and you already know reality TV fans are divided. Carlos's supporters are out here saying Sogucci crossed the line by airing all that dirty laundry, claiming she's putting the show's reputation in jeopardy. They feel Carlos is just doing what's necessary to defend himself and keep boundaries on what cast members are allowed to say about production. But then, you got Sogucci's fans, who see her as a real-life whistleblower, calling out the darker side of how these shows are made. For them, Sogucci's speaking truth to power, and cast members should have the right to share their experiences, especially if they feel they've been mistreated. But this legal drama ain't just personal for Carlos and Sogucci. It could shake up Bell Collective in a major way. The show, which has built a loyal fan base by showcasing the lives of ambitious, unapologetically bold women, thrives on its authenticity. But now that one of its own is locked in a legal battle with the creator, fans are worried the behind-the-scenes drama might overshadow the show itself. If Carlos wins, it could set a precedent for how much control he, and producers in general, have over how cast members speak about their experiences. That could make other stars think twice before speaking out, changing the vibe of future seasons. But if Sogucci manages to pull a win, oh baby, that could empower other reality TV stars to speak their truth too. Producers might be forced to rethink how they handle cast complaints and grievances. This lawsuit is also raising some serious ethical questions about reality TV production. How far is too far when it comes to creating drama for ratings? And should cast members get more protections, considering how vulnerable they can be while filming? These are the kinds of questions that have everyone, from fans to industry insiders and legal experts, looking at this case like it's the next big reality show. And trust, everyone's watching to see how it plays out.
Happy Sunday, Raindrops. The word of the day is stop living in the past. The past is in the rearview mirror of your life. If you look at where you want to go, look at the windshield.
The drama between Carlos King and Suuchi Williams has really opened the floodgates in the reality TV world. We're talking about some deep hidden issues that fans didn't even know were bubbling under the surface. From manipulation claims to full-blown legal battles, this is no small mess. Soguchi's biggest gripe is that she feels the production team used her, which, let's be real, is a storyline we've seen plenty of in the world of reality TV. She's out here saying the editing made her look like the bad guy, twisting her actions and intentions, especially when it came to her explosive moments with Selena Johnson. According to Sogucci, the producers did some serious chopping and screwing of scenes to make the drama pop, turning her into the villain for the sake of ratings. And on top of that, she claims the production team wasn't there for her emotionally during filming. She says they left her hanging, letting conflicts spiral out of control and draining her mentally. Sogucci has opened up about how the whole experience messed with her mental health, creating a toxic atmosphere that didn't help resolve anything, just made things worse. And now, honey, her accusations have sparked a much bigger conversation about the ethics of reality TV. Fans, cast members, and even folks inside the industry are starting to question how far producers should go to stir the pot while still looking out for the well-being of their cast. Yes, the wild moments and heated arguments keep us glued to the screen, but at what cost? People are wondering if all that drama is worth the emotional and mental toll it takes on the people in front of the camera. As for Carlos King, he's not just sitting back and letting these claims slide. While he hasn't responded to every single accusation, filing that lawsuit shows he's not playing games. He's coming for his reputation, and he's sending a loud message that he's taking this very seriously. Carlos King has made a name for himself as the undisputed mastermind of reality TV, so you best believe these claims feel like a direct shot at his legacy and credibility. Legal filings and public statements. Carlos has been loud and clear about how dedicated he is to his craft, pointing out all the cast members who flourished under his direction. He's out here making it known that shows like Bell Collective are team efforts, and everyone, every single person, agrees to the terms before the cameras even start rolling. By using Taguchi, Carlos is clearly sending a message. She's not going to get away with what he sees as an attack on his reputation. But this move could also be about setting the tone for the whole industry. Carlos is making it crystal clear that if any reality star or cast member thinks they can just badmouth the producers or the process without consequences, they've got another thing coming. He's staking his claim as the boss, protecting his brand in an industry where perception is everything. At the heart of all this, it's a massive trust issue between producers and cast members. If Soguchi's allegations hit a nerve with others in the industry, we could be in for even more shocking revelations down the line. But if Carlos manages to come out of this with his reputation intact, that's going to solidify his position as a top dog in reality TV, showing that he can handle the heat and still come out on top. As Carlos and Soguchi gear up for their big legal face-off, one thing's for sure: this drama is far from over. Now, I want to know, do y'all think Carlos King's lawsuit is justified? Or has he taken it way too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I know opinions are split, and I'm dying to know where you stand. And don't go anywhere, because in our next video, we're diving into Selena Johnson's side of the story. And if you thought this was crazy, baby, it gets even wilder.